Al,
Yes.
how do you feel about Musou games?
Oh, buddy. My love for them is
It's
insane.
true. Like, we have talked about various aspects of Dynasty Warrior games before, and I don't know if I've ever like had discussions like that with any other person.
I've really never met another person who's like so into Musou games as I am. And it makes me sad because I love them so much.
So
So
obviously,
much.
you're a big fan of the Dynasty Warriors games, especially the first one where it was a fighting game, clearly.
Dynasty Warriors 3 has some of the best voice acting ever.
Which one is the one where it has like the most ridiculous opening cutscene? Is that 7?
That's 7. 7 has the greatest opening cutscene of
Man.
any video game ever, where he's like going down the waterfall with a baby. Yeah.
If you have not witnessed that, like pause this real quick, go to YouTube and watch the opening to Dynasty Warriors 7 and then come back because wow,
He kicks a horse in the face.
it's so ridiculous.
It's literally one of my favorite video game openings of all time. It's hilarious.
Obviously, we're not talking about Dynasty Warriors today, but we're talking about a Warriors game of itself,
We are.
but with like the latest one, the like Dynasty Warriors like 9 or 10 or 32, whichever number it is. Do you think like that game going open world is really going to hurt it?
I'm not excited about it going open world because I don't know. I mean, I guess it worked for Breath of the Wild, but
I mean,
I
those are
feel like
two completely different like genres, though.
it is. And I think one thing that I really enjoyed about the Dynasty Warriors series is that it's in these like self-contained battles
Right.
that like actually happened, even if what happened within the battles is very, very different than what happened in the game. But I don't know. I like it because it has that historic aspect, and also it's just contained. You can get through one battle, and then you don't really have to do anything else. You can stop if you want to.
Right.
You just kill 2,000 dudes, and then you're like, all right, I'm good for the day.
It
If
really
it's open world, I don't know how that works.
it seems like definitely like a thing where going open world in 2018, presumably when that comes out, it feels like something like the series would have done, like 5 or 6 years ago when open world was
Popular, a
yeah.
trend.
And now
Yeah.
like nowadays it's like everyone kind of has open world fatigue, so like it's going to be real weird to see how that game works. But anyways, hello.
Hi.
This is your favorite Dynasty Warriors podcast, the season anime checkup OVA.
Oh, I could talk about Dynasty Warriors forever.
It's true. This is a place where we have conversations about video games, anime, and manga. Hello, I'm Jared, joined as always by everyone's favorite Warriors aficionado.
Hi.
That's Anne Ladyem. She's racked
Hello.
up. She's racked up in the, let's see how long we have been going so far. 3 minutes that we have been talking. She's racked up 5,000 kills
Yes.
just in that
It's
short
not
amount of
wrong. Not wrong.
So yeah, we are going to be talking about a new Warriors game or Musou game, whichever title you prefer. We're going to be talking about the Warriors game from a new series, or an old series, I should say, but new to the Warriors genre. We're going to be talking about. I'm hope this works. This is technology happening. Let me turn this up a little bit. Okay, that's what we're talking about.
Nice.
Fire Emblem Warriors, which came out October 20th, so a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
I completely, literally forgot like when the game came out. It's been a wild last couple of weeks.
It has been. I was actually about to tell you the date because I know exactly when it was, but
Right.
yeah, it's been a poopy few weeks. So
So yeah, like this was debuted I think at the Switch reveal press conference, and everyone's like, "Huh, they're doing another Nintendo Cross Koei Tecmo Warriors game."
except for me, who Jared had to deal with my text messages of losing my
Yeah.
shit because oh my god, I was so stoked.
Well, I think a lot of people were kind of like curious about it because Fire Emblem is notoriously a strategy game, strategy series, and how exactly that would kind of parlay into the Musou genre.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it worked out really well, to be honest.
I agree with you. I think it worked great. I mean, like, I'm a little biased, but...
Right. I think it's especially because, like, as someone who has never really been able to get into the Fire Emblem games, because I'm hot garbage at strategy RPGs, like, being able to kind of understand these characters, see what they are, know them, and get a little glimpse at, like, the stories that were kind of surrounding a lot of those games. Like, I finally kind of understand why Fire Emblem is such, like, a popular franchise. And I think as well, like, this is the first time I actually kind of get the Warriors and, like, the Musou games.
Yeah, I guess you didn't with Hyrule Warriors because you played on 3DS.
Yeah, I played, like, the worst version of Hyrule Warriors you could ever play, which was the old Nintendo 3DS version. Which, granted, they probably shouldn't have put that game out on, like, the old 3DSs, which they completely rectified with this. We're like, yeah, we're doing a 3DS version, but it's only for the new 3DS. Like, don't even bother. Because Hyrule Warriors ran at, like, 10 frames a second. You could get, like, maybe 50 characters on screen at a time, if you're lucky. So, yeah, it was weird. Like, I liked playing that game for, like, the novelty and, like, the charm of feeling like I was playing a bad PlayStation 1 game, so there was that. But
meanwhile, I put, like, a disgusting amount of hours into both versions of Hyrule Warriors.
Right, but I mean, you had, like, the better versions in both cases.
Sure, I had the Wii U and the new 3DS.
So you had that going. But, like, I like that game, but I don't think it really connected for me, per se. But this one just, like, I don't know. Something about it made everything finally click for me. And I was like, oh, okay. I understand why these games, like, keep coming out and why people like them. Maybe people don't like them, but for once, like, I understand them.
You're like, oh, Al's not crazy.
True. It I don't know, like, I guess it was just surprising how well, like, I came to this game, because I was excited to play this, but I mean, it's also like, I know the Dynasty Warriors games, I know the Warriors games in general, like, I know what that formula is. Like, I've played other games in the series before, so it's not like this is, like, a brand new thing for me. But I don't know, maybe it was just, like, the Fire Emblem setting and motif and aesthetic just was, like...
It worked for you.
Yeah, it worked. It finally all came together for me. So, there's that.
I just remembered I was going to pull out the special edition that I got.
Yeah, the special edition was, like, what, $20 more?
I think so.
Boy.
I don't even remember. I just got it.
I feel like as special editions go, like, that is, like, the least appealing special edition that has come out recently. Because, like, I mean, you get the soundtrack, I think, is kind of worth it, but, like, everything else around it...
It's also a 3-disc soundtrack.
Which
with a really sweet box.
If they would have said, hey... for $20 more, you'll get the soundtrack, and it's 3 discs. Like, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I can understand that. And I think it would have it may have worked better. But, like, everything else is like, I guess we'll just throw this stuff in. I don't know.
I'm looking at the character cards, and those things are really, really sweet. I don't know what I'll ever do with them, but they're, like, really nice paper, and they're all shiny and pretty, and they have the artwork of the characters on them. And it's cool because what it has is, like, the character art, but then it also has, like, their little sprite as well.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. I really like that was a thing in the game, just in particular. Like, they gave everyone, like, little sprites.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, for the most part, they just use the ones from the game.
Right.
Like, their original game. Wow, Leo looks crazy in his. Not that that's completely wrong, but... yeah, these are pretty rad. But like they said, they're really, really shiny. And they're on great quality paper, if you care about paper quality, like I do.
Man, this paper quality, A+, 5 out of 5.
Oh, I'm so impressed by the paper quality. Oh, I forgot there's mail corn. So yeah, it's neat because I'm getting spoilers of, like, who all the characters that I don't have so far. are, but it comes in like a really nice slip box.
Mhm.
The cards do. I think we're gonna keep Crom on top. I think that's a good idea. And it came with a poster, which the poster is weird. I'll be honest with you.
How so?
So, oops, sorry, I dropped the cards. Good thing they're good quality paper.
Yeah, that's right.
So the poster tells you like what games characters are from.
Mm-hmm.
So it has like Fire Emblem, and then it has a picture of Lynn, and then Shadow Dragon, Mara, Tiki. I will never say her name right because they don't say her name the way I would have said it.
Sita?
Sita. Awakening, and then there's just like a ton of characters from Awakening, and then Fates, it has all of them listed, and then Echoes, and then the new ones. Even though it has Anna as, I guess you said that she's technically on Liana and Rowan's team, but she's listed as a Warriors character. And then on the back, it has it all in Japanese.
Nice.
Yeah. But the soundtrack's really the cool part.
Right.
It, like I said, it's 3 discs, which is really cool. And it's got all the sprites of the characters like wrapping around the case, and has Marth and Corin and Lynn on the discs. I haven't actually listened to it, but I assume that it's awesome because the music in the game is fantastic.
I mean, it's cool as well because like I feel that a lot of soundtrack inclusions lately have just been like sampler CDs, which have kind of not been great.
Yeah, and this one says sound selections, but considering that it's 3 discs, I'm gonna think that it's a decent amount of songs. But the big box that it came in, I don't know if it was just because Amazon or what happened, but they didn't put it in a box; they put it in an envelope, so it got beat to heck.
Oh, that's a bummer. But
it's just like a cardboard box that it comes in, so it's not that expensive. I just figured we should do a rundown of what's in the special edition since one of us has it.
Our audio unboxing.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And like I said, I don't know what I'll ever do with the character cards, but I think they're really pretty.
And they got that high quality paper.
Super high quality. I mean, like if they had done the poster in that quality, would have been great.
It would have been like an extra $10 though.
True. I mean, you got to pay for that quality paper.
It's true. It's very true. So, we should probably dive into the actual game itself now.
Yeah, why not? Also, wait, before we do that, I just want to say one of my favorite things about the Warriors series, or Musou games in general, is the insane guitar riffs you get. Like, just inappropriate guitar riffs all the time, and I love it. This game also does that and made me very, very happy, but it's on top of like traditional Fire Emblem songs, so A+ work there, you guys.
I mean, the only bad thing is they only played the Fire Emblem theme once.
No, I heard it a few times.
And there was no Lubu.
Yeah, I guess there wasn't really an equivalent Lubu, because in Hyrule Warriors it was Ganondorf, but no, there wasn't.
Well, like the game kept like switching antagonists a lot, so
it does, and I guess that'll be a good way to segue into our story portion of this.
Welcome to Story Time with Jared and Al.
To be honest, it's not that deep of a story, but
yeah, it's pretty basic. Like, I mean, it's fine, but it's not like super in depth. It's not on the like the level of the actual mainline Fire Emblem games, I would say. It's better than Heroes though, which I mean, granted, it's not that hard.
Time, like it's not that hard, but it still follows like the Fire Emblem tropes. Like there's always gonna be a dragon at the end. Like that is the thing. So that was one thing I was texting you. I'm like, I haven't finished the story yet, which I have now. But I was like, is there a dragon at the end? There's always a dragon at the end. You're like, yeah, there's a dragon at the end.
Certainly is.
Because there's always a dragon. So, I mean, like, you can kind of piece together what's going to happen in the story if you've played a Fire Emblem game before. But it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It was definitely entertaining, and it was cool how they tied together these characters from a different series. It was similar to how they did it in Hyrule Warriors, where they're like, "Hey, there
You
are
mean
these
Heroes?
portals." Hyrule Warriors?
You said it's similar to how they did it in Fire and at Hyrule Warriors. Never mind. I'm dumb. Don't listen to me.
No, Hyrule Warriors,
You're
where
right.
they're like, "Here's a portal that everybody's coming through," and it's kind of the same thing here. There's just like portal warps and time warps and things that bring characters in.
Though for like this one, it kind of seems like they just randomly all just show up.
Yeah, and at different times
Yeah.
for no explanation, but
Here's these new characters coming in, and where they come from.
but I mean, in order for it to work, you have to have these characters appear somehow, so it makes sense.
Right. It's very much like a fan service, like love letter to Fire Emblem, but like taking all of like the tropes from it and just like kind of smushing them together, while also taking all these characters from various franchise or various games in the series and then smushing them together again, while kind of playing off like the ideas or some of the ideas from those particular stories, and then just stretch it back out into a story.
You guys, I got double the Matt Mercer in this game, and I was so happy. So happy. How many episodes are we going to talk about Matt Mercer and how much I love Matt Mercer?
For now, until the end of time.
Yeah, pretty much any game that has Matt Mercer in it, expect me to talk about how much I love Matt Mercer.
Yeah.
I got him twice. It's amazing.
I thought something that was interesting in the game that like they kind of present to you at the very start, like when you boot it up, is that like they're like, "Hey, this game has permadeath."
Yeah, I didn't use that option because that stresses me out.
It's technically, I don't think it's actual permadeath is the thing.
Really?
Like basically, from what I've heard, is that like if someone goes down in battle, they will be removed from the battlefield and all that stuff, and then like after the battle, you can like pay to get them healed back up and brought back.
Oh, okay. I mean, to be fair, I only lost one character like the whole time I played, and she's not really a good character anyway, so I wouldn't have been too upset.
Right, like I don't think it would have been that big of a deal because like the game's not that hard. So, but it's an interesting little homage that they put that in there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff that they put in that's very, very Fire Emblem. Like, I was very happy you had like leveling up and you got the Fire Emblem chime when you leveled up. That was exciting.
Which is
you had master seals.
It's funny how like there's an option in the game where like hey, you can have all that stuff come at you in battle, or we can just turn it off and you just keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was kind of curious to see like how they would do with like master seals, but really it's just like here's a stat boost.
Yeah.
It's not in a costume change. It's not really like that kind of. It's not as intricate as it is in the other games where like, oh, you can pick between this class and this class. It's like, well, you're just gonna go up into a new class and get a nice stat boost. That's it.
Oh man, the stat boosts are awesome.
Yeah.
Though. You get so much of a boost.
It really helps.
It does.
And also like some of like the costume changes that like they do, I think are pretty cool too. So it's not terrible.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite costume changes that I got with a Master Seal was the new character Liana.
Mm-hmm.
When I Master Sealed her costume was pretty rad.
Yeah, that's true.
But otherwise, I don't know. Lissa's was pretty cool. Lissa's like her hoop skirt thing ends up being outside of her dress.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh my god.
Lissa, she's my MVP.
I mostly use Liana just because like she's given to you at the start.
Yeah.
And I just kind of just ran with that. So, also like they gave you the option like, which of the twins do you want to pick? And I was like, I'm gonna go with the girl because the dude just looks like a turd.
He has like a weird faux hawk looking thing.
I was like, this guy looks like a dude, bro. I'm gonna kind of pass on him.
He does look like a dude, bro.
Which granted, he really isn't, but
he does look like a dude, bro, though. So, like, on first impression, without not knowing who his character at all was by his design, I was like, ew.
That was pretty much how I was.
So I picked her. But then, like, again, throughout the game, I'm like, oh, he's not as bad as I thought
Right,
he was
yeah.
going to be. But his design does not
Oof.
portray that at all. But your two main protagonists in this, when you can pick either, is Rowan and Liana, and they're twins of whatever.
The Kingdom Aetolis.
There you go.
Because I heard him say it a lot.
Right. Yeah, you're right. He does say that a lot.
It's a pretty like generic kind of like thing. It's like, oh, here's this kingdom, bad stuff's happening. They're kind of at tension with another country. And then at the beginning of the game, like they get attacked and like they get separated from their mom, and the mom's like, "Go get out of here, kids!
Here's a shield.
Here's a shield. Totally not the Fire Emblem thing from all the games. Don't worry about that. Get out of here, kids.
Bye bye."
I'm
and
in
then
like there's this nice rock window where I can talk to you.
then the cave-in is just like, ah!
All the while, like their buddy, who I forget his name.
Oh, come on.
Darius, that guy.
Darius.
He's like, let's get out of here, guys. I got cool black hair, man.
He's voiced by the same guy who did the Persona 5 protagonist.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I couldn't figure out, he's got this weird thing in his hair. I was like, is that a crown? Or, because he's a prince.
Yes.
Or is his hair just like gray and weird pointy sections? Like I couldn't figure out what was going on with that boy's hair.
He's just graying already.
I mean, he's stressed out. It makes sense. But I don't know. It was like a Bad Apple Wars all over again where I'm like, is that highlight or is that like really an aesthetic choice that you're going with there? Or are you just graying? What's happening here? I need to know. I think it was a crown because it was pointy.
That's probably it.
But his hair was also pointy.
Yeah. He's pointing in all the right directions.
Up.
Yep. So yeah, like the game has the story mode, which we'll dive into a little bit. There's a history mode, which basically kind of places you into a portion of one of the game's stories and kind of has you play out different battles here and there. Like the Awakening one, I guess, is like the end of the game.
Yep.
The Fates one is basically like the two general dudes are like, Corin, you need to come to our side. And it's like,
oh, so
yeah,
that's like the very beginning of Fates.
pretty much. And then you basically just kind of have to fight them and get everyone on your side. And then there's 3 other ones. I think they all kind of pertain to other games in the series that have characters. So like, there's probably one that's of Shadow Dragon, because like the rest of them kind of have like these like 8 and 16-bit like aesthetics to them, which is kind of cool.
I was so confused at first because I'm like, wait a minute, is this just like a Fire Emblem game? It looks like a strategy game. Then you're like, no, it's actually Fire Emblem Warriors, but it just looks like that. And I was like, what?
Apparently, like the one from the new game, the remake of Gaiden, is just they just put in the stuff from Gaiden and didn't necessarily make it for the remake.
Oh, whoops.
Because I guess like when they were developing this, they weren't aware of the Gaiden remake being developed. So, whoops. And then there's the one that lends in. I think those are like the 3 other ones. And then apparently, like through DLC, there's going to be more history maps.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout like the DLC packs, which we can talk about here real quick. There's a Fates one coming out in December 2017. Contains Azura, Niles, and Obero. 5 new costumes, 13 new broken armor models. That sounds like it would be real bad. And 3 new history maps. The Shadow Dragon DLC is coming in February 2018. Contains Navarre, Minerva, and Linde. 4 new costumes, 6 new weapons, 9 new broken armor models, and 3 new history maps. And then the Awakening DLC pack comes in March of 2018. Contains Owain, Tharja, and Olivia. 3 new costumes, 7 new weapons, 10 new broken armor models, and 3 new history maps. So I think like the curious thing out of those would be like what the history maps are going to be. Like I would assume like they're probably going to pertain to the individual games that they're coming from in those packs. So like I guess it would just be like more, here's more story from Fates or Shadow Dragon or Awakening. Because that would make sense, but
yeah,
who knows?
You know what we're lacking though? Why is there no Roy?
That's a good question. He's our boy.
He's our boy.
Boy.
Where is he?
Which game is he from?
Uh,
Like, is he in a game that like they're not even like referencing?
Maybe. But like he should have been there because he got really popular from Smash.
Right, yeah. Because especially if they're gonna put games in there that like have only a singular character from them.
Yeah, like why would you not pick Roy over the girl from Gaiden?
Right. So he's in like
Or
the sequel.
Binding Blade.
Yeah, he's in I guess the sequel to to Blazing Blade, Binding Blade. So yeah, that's weird. Shrug shoulders. I don't know.
Lack of Roy.
Apparently Koei Tecmo has said like there's potential for future DLC outside of these 3 packs, but it's gonna depend on like how well the game sells and fan feedback and all that jazz. So
Where do I send them feedback that we need Inigo/Laszlo?
where do I send them feedback for my Tokyo Mirage Sessions DLC pack?
Okay, fair. I'd like that too. But I was so bummed that there was no Laszlo/Inigo because he's in 2 of these games and they have Owain/Odin Dark in there. And I'm like, come on. And then like he could have a costume pack where he's in the dancer outfit. It'd be rad. Just
That's what they have Heroes for.
they want to hurt my heart. No, Heroes is not a good game.
It's true. Heroes is bad.
So I wanted him Warriors in full 3D glory.
Maybe you'll get lucky, and if there's a future DLC pack, they'll throw him in there.
I would love that.
It's called Al's DLC pack. It's Roy, that guy,
Laszlo/Inigo.
Laszlo, and then Lubu.
Just randomly throw Lubu in there.
I would be okay with that.
Oh my god.
I'm going to share with you some trivia about this game before we dive into story, and we'll get some spoilers for that. So apparently Koei Tecmo, along with not knowing that the Gaiden remake Echoes was being made, they made this while not knowing Heroes was in development as well.
Oh my god. Did they just keep them in the dark about everything?
Apparently. This wiki says, when they presented their original concepts for the siblings Rowan and Liana to Nintendo, they learned that the designs were coincidentally very similar to the sibling protagonists of Heroes. As a result, both Rowan and Liana had their designs adjusted to differentiate them. We talked about the Gaiden stuff. Fire Emblem Warriors is the first Fire Emblem or related game, including Tokyo Mirage Sessions and Tear Ring Saga Berwick Saga, which I have no idea what the hell that is, to have neither lance-using cavalry or playable armored knights. Despite all enemy cavaliers and paladins using swords due to reusing Xander's moveset, their map sprites taken from Awakening still depict them brandishing lances. Fire Emblem Warriors is the first Fire Emblem spin-off to have full English voice acting, as Tokyo Mirage Sessions only had Japanese voice acting. And there was apparently there was a mode they showed off at E3. It was called Coliseum mode, where you would take on like various different characters along with soldiers, and I guess in like a very just like enclosed room essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, you get that sort of in the history
you
mode.
do. I think this was kind of like more populated though.
Oh, okay.
But then like I guess they just cut this for some reason. So that's strange. But anyways, that's a trivia for old Fire Emblem Warriors. Let's talk about story.
Story.
So if you don't want to get spoiled for the very basic story of Fire Emblem Warriors, I guess you should tune out now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So we basically kind of already discussed like the beginning of the story where you meet the 2 main protagonists, the twins. They get run out of their kingdom, and then pretty much immediately after that, you run into the characters from Awakening.
Yep.
So you run into Crom, Lissa, Frederick.
You got to hear me freak out as well, though, because they used literally the opening of Awakening.
Yeah.
With the waking up.
That's something I recognized. I was like, huh, that's a thing.
I was so excited.
Which I think, like, if you're going to do a callback, like, that's a pretty good one to do.
Yeah, it totally is.
So basically, like, the first, like, quarter of the game, you're basically with the Awakening characters, kind of going through like the similar beginnings of the Awakening, where you meet Marth. You don't see it, but I'm
Marth.
putting a bunch of quotation marks.
Air quotes.
Yeah. And Marth comes in, helps you one time, and then like GTFOs, and you fight him. And then eventually it's like, oh, that's Lucina.
Well, and Owain shows up at one
yeah.
point and is like trying really hard not to indicate that Lissa is his mom.
God, that introduction of his is something else.
Owain is a meme.
It's such a JoJo like introduction.
Oh, it is. It's so JoJo, but which I understand now. But it's weird to me that they chose to call him Owain Dark.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about this a little bit, that they treat him essentially as only an Awakening character.
Right.
But they're using his surname from Fates. Because he was Odin Dark in Fates. He was just Owain in Awakening. So now he's Owain Dark. And so they're referencing the fact that he was in Fates. But like, if you never played Fates, you wouldn't get that. You would just think that he was an Awakening character. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because like he shows up in the Awakening portion, but like he doesn't really have a lot of interactions with the Fates characters.
Mm-mm.
Outside of
and
like
he knows them.
Yeah, like outside of like the interactions they have just with those two games characters kind of interacting, there's nothing to indicate that he's from that series of games as well.
Also, I'm real disappointed we didn't get his boob window outfit.
Very disappointed in some of the decisions made in this game.
I showed you the boob window outfit.
It's true.
Because you had not seen it. And I was like, look at this. Why didn't we get this? Like, if they're going to give me freaking fan service dragon girl from Fates, you can give me boob window Odin Dark.
But it's clearly not the same. If we can't give the girls the fan service, we got to give all the boys the fan service. We got to give all the boys the boobies.
I mean, that's one thing that I appreciate about Fire Emblem sometimes is that even though there's some gross fan service, they do try and give some nods. Like, here's a boob window on a dude. That's great. And then, like I said, Inigo, Laszlo, and Hero's got his dancer outfit, which is awesome.
Right.
But there's still some gross stuff going on here.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you go through Awakening. The Awakening set of the story. Eventually, Lucina is like, "Hey, Crom, you're my dad." He's like, "Whoa, Dad."
He's like, "Yeah, I like being called father."
Oh.
And he gets excited because he sees the bark in her eye, so he knows that she's not lying to him.
Right.
But so Lucina is Crom's kiddo, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm Dad. That's exciting. Please call me Dad." And it was weird because she's like the same age as him.
That'd be a little strange, yeah.
Yeah. So I think we are. I don't know. Awakening was always kind of weird in that sense that they're like the same age as our kids, but Fates does the same thing. So.
Yeah.
But Fates ends up adding like abandonment issues into it.
Great.
Anyway, so it's pretty basic there.
So you get all that.
Not a whole lot other than like the Lucina reveal and the Owain reveal.
Mm-hmm. So basically, after that, the game switches over to Fates, and becomes
it splits.
Pretty generic.
It splits though.
Yeah.
So you have the Hoshido line, and then you have the Nor line.
And like the characters kind of split off into their own little parties and go into those different kingdoms and all that jazz.
And I prefer the Hoshido characters, so I went with Hoshido first.
Mm-hmm.
I should have gone with Nor first to get it over with. But I really, really prefer... And they do it the same way. They're like, here's the princess of this group, and it does like two of the princesses. So you're going to have Elise and Boobs for the first one on Nor. And then you're going to have Sakura and Hinoka on the first one of Hoshido.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you get the Prince line, which is Takumi and Leo. And the final one is Ryoma and Xander. And then eventually you end up getting them fighting. And that one was the worst map. I hated that map.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
Because they're fighting each other. You have to make sure they don't kill each other.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to balance out taking forts on each side. I was like, ugh, this sucks.
Yeah. I had to do that for like I went back and did it on hard so I could get like the extra like little picture piece, and like it was a lot of just like keeping one team on the other one side, the other team on the other side, just switching back and forth. It's just bleh.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Not fun. That whole section, not great.
Like I said, I did mine Hoshido.
How did they split that thing into 3 games? That's the real question.
Because they have Hoshido, they have Nor, and then they have the combined where she chooses neither.
Ugh. Ay.
So then I say she. I played as a girl. You can also play as a guy.
And in this, they choose the female Corrin.
Mm-hmm. Corrin in the third split is like, I choose my own path, and then she can recruit people from both sides to join.
Right.
Which I thought it was kind of strange that Azura wasn't in this at all. Because she was like a big character in Fates. Just wasn't there at all.
Well, don't worry. She's coming as DLC.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that.
But she's not in like the story at all.
And she's huge in the story. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre. Maybe because they couldn't make her fit into either of the routes.
That's potentially true.
So like, man, we'll just leave her out.
Because like essentially they kind of like the way they reason like, oh, we need these characters for this game is like these are the characters that are like hyper specific for the story. Yeah,
because you're supposed to be getting gleam stones from the heroes.
Yeah.
So Chrom gave one, Ryoma gives one, Corrin gives one, Xander gives one. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, like you said, it's they're fighting.
It's a lot of fighting.
And that's essentially it. And I mean, that's kind of what Fates is too, is the two kingdoms are fighting, the siblings fight. That's it.
And then eventually like there's like, hey, we can just work together, I guess. Okay, cool, whatever.
It's so weird that they're not like at all hesitant about that after they get pulled together.
The game's just like, hey, we know you don't want to deal with like another 2 missions of this bullshit. Let's just get it over. We hash it out. It's okay.
Because they hate each other.
Right.
I don't know. It was weird. But anyway.
Anywho.
So then you move out of that mess.
And eventually it kind of like veers back towards like the original story. And it's like, hey, we're going to go to this other part of the country and fight them and try and get our mom back and all that jazz. Get our kingdom back.
Yeah. So, well, they don't know that their mom's alive at that point.
They're getting something back.
Darius is like, hey, if we go to my kingdom and go to this area, maybe we can talk to my dad and figure out why he's attacking.
Correct.
And Darius gets kidnapped, prince-napped.
He goes behind a door, and then the door shuts behind him. He's like, oh, no.
And then something whooshes into him. Whoosh.
And then Marth and company show up.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you guys need a GTFO right now. This is bad. Let's get out of here. Everyone's like, oh my God, it's Martha!
And he's like, what? Why is everybody treating me like this? Like, they're all Marth fanboys.
They are. And he's just like, I'm just Marth, guys. It's cool. You don't have to freak out.
He's like, that's my name, but what?
So you get Marv, Seda, whatever, and then Tiki, who sounds like she's like a 90-year-old British woman.
Didn't you say she's voiced by Tiki?
Yeah, that's true.
Nice. And then Navarre, which also in Tokyo Mirage Sessions. But here is just brooding and angsty.
A good majority of the Tokyo Mirage Sessions characters are represented here.
True.
Not all of them, but some.
Not all of them, but some. They should get at least reskins where they have Tokyo Mirage Session outfits on. That'd be so cool.
I feel like if they would do anything for Tokyo Mirage Sessions, it would probably be that, and I would probably be okay with it.
I'd be fine with that. That'd be rad.
Though I'd still want like all like just the regular characters just showing up as characters you could play as. Which would be real dumb, but I'd be into that. But yeah, like you meet up with all the Shadow Dragon folk. And now the game kind of shifts to like, oh, we gotta go get our buddy back. We gotta go get Darius back. He's been kidnapped. Oh no.
We love our friend. Let's go get him.
He's our friend.
So then we're on the same dang map again. Doing the same dang thing again.
We kind of bounced around for like a little bit. Right?
Oh, okay. I don't think so.
Well,
because when we go back to get him, it's in the same map.
It is, but I feel like there's something in between there. Like you don't just go back to the same map like right immediately afterwards. But yeah, you're pretty much right. Like eventually.
Oh, you go to the tree.
Right, yeah, you go to the tree and you get the two cool swords.
Yeah, you go to the world tree and get the swords, then go back.
TK's like, Criminy, these swords are very good.
She wants her tea and crumpets.
Oh, blimey.
Now you're giving her a Cockney accent. Oh my god.
But yeah, like they eventually go back and you gotta go get Darius. You get him back. You recapture him, and he's like, he shakes Morph's hand, and he's like, yeah, good job saving me, buddy. We're all friends here, right? Let's go find my dad.
You almost like want some Arrested Development style narration going on there. Can you imagine?
Darius says, we're friends, right? They weren't.
That's pretty much what I was thinking in my head.
Oh, it's real good. It's real good.
He lied to Marth.
How dare he? The Hero King.
Right. How dare you?
How dare
Darius.
So you basically go up to Papa Darius's castle and all that jazz, and you're like, yeah, we're gonna bust in and tell him what's what. And you finally get there, and then, oh my,
Mom's alive.
Mom's alive. Oh my God, Darius is turning heel on us. How dare he? He's a bad guy. Oh no.
Who would have seen that coming?
I really love in this scene though that like he's like, you gotta give me the two swords, because he has the Fire Emblem shield thing.
Oh right.
Now,
this is a good scene.
You're just like, oh, great! I can't wait to play through this game again with like lower powered equipment. That's always a fun video game thing. And then what's his face? Takami's like, bow and arrow, motherfucker! Boom.
It was really such a you thought moment.
It is. That's the most like the game being like, nope, not doing this.
Yeah, I texted you. It was like Takami literally just said LOL no.
It was because like I was thinking like, oh, they're just gonna do the terrible video game thing where like they just degrade you in terms of like equipment and you're gonna have to regain them through another set of missions. And then immediately afterwards, like the game's like, no, we're not gonna do that. Just kidding.
Yeah, Takami was like MVP right there.
It's so good. So yeah, like Darius is a bad guy now because he's been possessed by the dragon.
Also, he kills his dad.
Also, he just straight up shanks his dad.
He does shank his dad. I mean, like, sword through the gut shanked his dad.
He's like, wow, buddy, okay.
Everybody's like, wow, he just killed his dad. He killed his dad.
Oh, is that also the scene where like he has the twins like by themselves and like he's like threatening them with like the shield and everything, and then like everyone else like comes in and is like, you think you're gonna mess with just them two, motherfucker? You gotta deal with all of us.
Was it probably that scene?
It's that scene or like the one that comes immediately like a few missions afterwards where you go back there and confront him.
Yeah, no, it was awesome
But
because everybody's like, nope, you got all these Fire Emblem characters to deal with. Who are you, Darius? You don't have a game. So it was awesome. But yeah, shanked his dad.
Oof.
Yeah, because they needed royal blood and they were going to sacrifice the queen.
He's like, oh wait, I know who has royal blood. Take that, Dad.
It was shocking.
Yeah. It truly was.
So, now he's definitely evil, and he kind of regains consciousness at points. He's like, just kill me, please, so you can contain the dragon. Kill me.
And the twins are like freaking out because like they're like, everyone's like, you gotta take care of this. And like, no, he's our friend. We know he's still in there. We can save him. Which I think like we talked about this. Like there's a certain scene in Persona 5 that basically kind of plays out similarly to this. That really misses the mark on a lot of points.
Yep.
But this, because you have that character with you the entirety of the game, you see how like their relationship is with the twins and Darius. Like you really understand like why they are freaking out the way they are and like why they feel like they have to save him.
Yeah.
Which in Persona 5 you don't get that at all.
Nope. Persona 5 I did not care.
Yeah, this one I was like, I care.
I get why they care.
Yeah.
So he's just like begging them to kill him, and they won't do it because he's pals.
And they're like, well, we can save you somehow. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way. But then eventually he just kind of like he basically just like sacrifices himself to try and help them, but doesn't really work.
He gets shanked.
Yeah. And then falls in the pit.
Yeah. His sacrifice was really for nothing because
the dragons.
They're like, we'll save you somehow, and then it's like, you're dead now. And like, dang, we should have killed you when we had the chance.
And now there's a big old dragon out.
Yeah, whoops. RB.
So that leads to like the final mission, basically, where you go fight a big old dragon.
And everybody's disappearing from the map as that's happening.
Which I think that's a cool touch. Like it makes sense that like, you know, these characters aren't supposed to be in this world. Like their time is up, and they're just gonna start disappearing right and left. It also just like adds up like a bunch of like tension to that final battle as well that may not have been there without. Even though like it technically it doesn't really affect much. Let's be real.
It doesn't, but it's cool. Like everybody's like saying things and disappearing, and then the dragon ends up using weapons. So then you have to use the weapon triangle to figure out like.
I thought that was an interesting way to handle that, because there's no other like real like technical boss battles in the game. So to make this like a big old like grandiose fight for like a final boss, like it was cool. Like they kind of did that, even though like I was like level 70 at the time, so I just didn't care. I was like, keep slashing.
Yeah. So it was kind of bad for me because they're like, hey twins, you go take care of it. And I'm like, twins are level 20 something, and Lissa is almost level 50. Lissa's doing nothing though.
Right.
Lissa can't hurt him, so I was like, God, this sucks.
Yeah.
So I just had to, because they were like not great levels, I'd go in and attack some, then like go to the nearest fort and re-heal myself, and then go back out, fight more, re-heal. It worked.
You did it.
I did it. So I guess big hint, guys, maybe don't neglect the twins.
It's true.
Yeah.
Or if you're just like really needing levels, go into history mode. Grind some levels out.
Apparently. I didn't play history mode until after I finished the story mode.
Because I did it before. I did like while I was doing the story, and that kind of helped.
Yeah, and I haven't done as much history as you have, but it seems really cool.
Yeah, it's a cool thing to have like once you're like you're done with the story, and like if you're a fan of the other games, to have like a little snippet of like the actual story from those games to play through and get some stuff out of it. Or if you're like me and be like, oh, I don't know any of this, so that's interesting.
This is new to me.
This is all new to me. Except the Fates one, which is just like the same stuff you get in the story. So it's like, what's different?
They don't get along.
Oh, wow, they don't get along. Yeah. They're fighting over Corrin. I'm shocked. But yeah, that's Fire Emblem Warriors in a nutshell. Yeah,
it was rad. I liked it.
I did as well.
I'll keep playing it.
I'll probably keep playing it, maybe. There's still stuff I need to do in it, so yeah.
Yeah.
There's just other games I still have to get to, so.
I get that.
It'll probably go a little bit on the back burner for now. But yeah, if I feel like, hey, if you like Fire Emblem games, you should probably pick this up. If you like Warriors games, you should probably pick this up. If you've ever been interested in either, you should probably pick this up.
Yep, I agree.
If you like Fire Emblem Heroes, well, then you got a different problem. I don't know how to help you with that.
Also, the Tiki and Crom amiibo are neat.
Yeah, and they give you a bonus weapon if you use those within the game. Also, like if you just use regular amiibo, you'll get like you can use like 5 a day and get like just a bunch of random items out of it or money. So
yeah,
definitely worthwhile to do that. But yeah, a surprising game, at least for me, and one
not so surprising for me, but
true.
I enjoyed it nonetheless.
Right. Surprising yet very, very enjoyable.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap this up like a present. Wrapping it up and gifting it all to you.
Yay.
If you want to get more from us, you can go to seasonlandcheckup.com or sac.cool for past episodes of this very podcast. Or you can listen to us talk about Fire Emblem Warriors or Heroes at one point in our Nintendo mobile update. Mobile. And just listen to other episodes that are cool as well, because they're all very cool. Every single one.
I agree.
You can also check out other podcasts on there as well, like Jared and I watch Sailor Moon Crystal, where we watch Sailor Moon Crystal.
Self-explanatory.
Every week.
There's
also columns and reviews up on the site as well. If you want more from Anne Ladyem, go to anneladyem.com. You can find columns and reviews from her on there. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/anime checkup. It's where we do all our cool tweets. Only the coolest tweets go there.
Tweet me your mention.
Twist.
Twist.
You can also support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. If you're so inclined to do so. Next week, we are going to talk about a legitimate Game of the Year contender.
It's a me, Mario.
Super Mario Odyssey. Like, I mentioned this on Twitter, and I was pretty sure Breath of the Wild was going to be a lock for Game of the Year. And then I played through Mario Odyssey, and I was like, for the first time this entire year, I'm questioning that. And it's genuinely surprising. So yeah, I look forward to that. Like, I mean, if you've probably heard a lot about this game already, so like us talking about it is not going to be super surprising, but yeah,
it'll be a fun podcast.
It'll definitely be a fun episode. There's a lot of fun and just cool things to talk about with that game. So we'll look forward to that next week. We'll ride a cap into someone's head, and that's how we'll podcast.
Sounds fun.
So yeah, we'll look forward to that, and I don't know, go buy the Odyssey song on iTunes. Cheap plug.
Also, play Tokyo Mirage Sessions. If you haven't, go somehow obtain a Wii U, which I know that's hard, and play Tokyo Mirage Sessions. All I gotta say.
That's all I gotta say. Yeah, do it. No, you do it as well. Yeah, all you. Do it.
Do it.